Okay. That excavator is about 90 ton. It's quite, I think it's a 90-ton excavator. And then that 90-ton excavator was digging here. See, right there, they were making a track there. And then as it was walking or crawling on top of that fragile ground, caused it to crack, and some of it collapsed into the pit. As you can see that, it collapsed into the pit, collapsed to the fence. So they were busy making trenches or whatever you call them, I don't know. Right on the edge of that highway. That's what caused the collapse. That's the equipment that they were using to cause this damage that they caused.
Yeah. The actual trench that they did was to delineate our project, where we are having the prospecting right with Buxom, with theirs. But now they came too close to the edge of the high wall, which is more friable due to the red sand that we're seeing overlaying the ultramafic rocks. So we are saying that this heavy machine that was put there created many cracks along this high wall, which can collapse at any given time. So that is a bit of a serious concern. And when we cry to them to make sure that they understand the damage and the dangers that they're causing, it all falls into deaf ears. Thank you.
And also talk about this, today's date, we're recording this on the 16th of June 2026. And that cement block that you see there, apparently that is a shaft into the underground. And I mean, they themselves were moving that heavy equipment right on top of that concrete, or right on top of the shaft. And we believe that this is what is causing the cracks, because I mean, they should have been responsible enough not to walk the equipment on top of a fragile land like a shaft. So yeah, I think that's the point that I wanted to also make here, so that we don't forget it as well. Okay. Okay. So if you look to, it's the north of the pit, there is a fence that collapsed there. Okay, and there is waste that is lying inside our pit coming from that wall up there. And if you move further towards west, you will see that pit is falling all the way to the west. This is another damage that was caused by Samanco's operation to the north of where we are standing, on the other side of the pit. And this waste fell on top of chrome there, as you can see. And that waste has contaminated chrome, and that chrome is about, sure, it's a lot of tonnages. I'm sitting now with a geologist that will quantify for us how many tons that have been contaminated. And if you go further towards the east, right along that north wall, and you go towards the east, all that wall collapsed into ours as a result of Samanco's operations right next to the fence there. And this caused a lot of damage to us. But I'm sitting with a geologist here. I'm just gonna ask him to assist me with quantifying the damage that these guys have caused as a result of their wall collapsing.
Good day, people. I want to put it this way. The stretch of mineralization here that we're having is running at about 70 meters. As a result, we have two respective main reefs that we are mining, which is MG3 and MG2. MG2 is subdivided into three compartments, that is A, B, and C, starting from the bottom. Now, the quantified material from the beginning of the stretch to the end of the stretch, we are sitting with approximately 52,000 tons. And therefore, it's not all. The contamination that was done has also given us a little bit of a problem, because we have to reopen. That cost is going to definitely damage our pockets dearly. So we are still making the calculation in that regard. Thank you. Hello, babe.
Okay.
Yes, babe.
Today, the 16th of June, 2026. So we've got water that is coming illegally into our site. That water is being pumped by Sibanye. We try to engage with them. They are fully aware. Their personnel is standing right behind that pipe. So it's them who have started that water pump, and they're pumping water deliberately and illegally into our site. But unfortunately, what they are doing here, if you see here at the bottom, this black stuff that you see, or black element that you see here, this is chrome. So I'm just gonna zoom a little bit back. You'll see there's chrome lying all over the place, all the way. You see there beneath the waste, where we've put the waste to control that water so that it doesn't come into this pit. You will see this black stuff, black matter that is lying on the floor. That is all chrome. All the waste, all chrome. And all this water is coming from the other side and is gathering into the pit. All the way, all this black stuff that you see here, this is chrome lying all over the place. And they are pumping their water into this pit, and they're closing off this operation. You see, we've connected water pumps there ourselves to try and deal with the water that they have sent onto our site. We installed those water pumps now to pump out the water, but you see the pressure at which the water is coming is too high, and the water is filling up on the other side. It's making a dam here. It's gonna be very dangerous. Firstly, to stand on this where I'm walking onto is gonna be very dangerous in a few hours to come. It's gonna be very dangerous. You see, there's the water that is gathering there. That's all the water that Sibanye is pumping into our pit. So this is just proof of whatever that they are doing. It's just proof. And you see that wall there has collapsed. It's all they are doing. So they've been pumping water into there. That wall becomes wet, and then it collapses inside. That fence is collapsed there. That's also there. Okay? Yeah, so we've tried our best, to security personnel, spoken to the supermarket and that thing, but unfortunately they're not listening. Okay.
The same water that's being discharged into our water, it's actually gouging their own wall.
Yes.
Meaning that eventually this water is going to damage their dam that side.
Yes.
And the whole water in their big dam is going to come into our pit.
Yes.
In that context, it means we are no longer going to have any impact.
Yes.
Using multi-million rates of drone seated here.
Yes. And you see also that electricity pole there because of the wetness of the ground right next to where they put their pump. That pole is also going to collapse. It's gonna fall with the ground and it will collapse into the pit and it's gonna be very dangerous. So what Sibanye is doing here, they've created a very dangerous and potentially expensive situation that is going to cost us a lot of money, both direct damage and residual damage as a result of what they've done here. Okay.